Hello everyone, I am Envisions. I am a licensed professional teacher. I am teaching technical drafting, furniture working drawing, ICT, and many more that is related to drafting technology. And for today's video, I will be teaching you about the alphabet of lines. Alright, so alphabet of lines refers to the symbols used in technical drawing. The use of line symbols enables engineers or designers to express the features of design products clearly and accurately. So first here is we have the object or the visible line. The object or visible line is a thick dark line used to show the outline of the object, define features you can see in a particular view. For example is this one. It's just a straight horizontal or vertical line that has a thick or dark line that indicates a certain drawing. So for example is this one. So as you can see here the object line that is visually, you can see it is a visible line that you can see that indicates a certain object. Next is we also have the construction line. The construction line are very light and very thin, used to construct layout work. So this one is an example of the construction line. Usually it is the basis of a certain drawing. So before you can create a drawing, you need to have a sketch of it. So for example, it's sketching a face of the person. You need to form a first the face. You need to know the location of the eyes, the mouth, and the nose, and etc. So this is like the construction line. So you need to have the construction line in order for you to estimate the proper placement of your drawing. So this one here is an example of the construction line. Next is we also have the dimension line. The dimension line is a thin and dark line used to show the size of an object with a numeric value. Usually terminates with arrowheads or tick markings. So for example, you have an object and you need to show the dimension or the particular measurement of the object. So for example, is we have here a cube. Now this is now your dimension line and it is divided into different parts. This one here, this is your extension line. So extension line refers to where your measurement will start and also will end. So this one. Next is you also have your arrowheads. So this one is your arrowheads. And next is you have your measurement, which is 4.00 meters. You can also have that in this form here up to this one. Now this is the dimension line. It indicates the measurement or the measurement or the size of a certain object for basis when it comes to technical drafting. And now moving on, we have the hidden line. The hidden line now is a short dashed lines used to show non-visible surfaces that are not visible in orthographic view. Usually shows a medium thickness. Say for example is this one. You can see here this dotted line or this dotted line here that indicates the object that you cannot see in the orthographic view. Because when we go back to our orthographic view, we can see here that this line is not visible. So the job of the hidden line is to show lines that are not visible to indicate their positions. For example, is this one. Let's go back and move forward to the center line. The center line is a long and short dashed lines. Usually indicates centers of holes, circles, and arcs. And line is thin and dark. So this one here is the center line. So this is an example. So just take note that the center line is a long, followed by a short line, and another long line. So that is the center line here and this one. Next is we also have the cutting plane lines. So the cutting plane lines is an extra thick line used to show cutaways view or plane of projection where the section view is taken. The arrow indicates the direction of views. So best example for this one is if you are slicing a cake. If you slice a cake, you can see the interior part of the cake. You can see maybe what are the ingredients inside it. So this one is an example for it. So this top view here, the arrow indicates the direction of the view. So if this direction, if the arrow is in this direction, we need to say that you need to get the view of this side. So let's just say that this is the side A and this is the side B. So if the arrow goes here, meaning to say the direction of the view goes to the side A. Okay, so understand further. For example, is this object. Let's say for example that we need to cut this line and show this side, side here. This is the side A and this is now the side B. So our goal is to see the interior part of the side B. So example, this will cut the object, and then as this cut, the side A will get rid of the side A. So for example is this one. You can only see the side B and its interior part. So that is the cutting plane line. Next is we also have the leader line. So a leader line is a thin line used to connect a dimension line with a particular area or points of the drawing. It's also used to show notes or labels. So this one is a leader line. So it's just a line with an arrow. So it indicates or are used to show notes or labels. For example, is this one. This one, it shows that the diameter is 2 inches. Now, it shows that the diameter is 5. It shows that the diameter is 1. So that is an indication because without the leader line, you are not sure if what is the measure, what is this number referring to. And next is we have the phantom line. The phantom line is a long line followed by 2 short dashes used to show alternate positions of a moving part. So please do not be confused about this phantom line and the lines that we discussed earlier. As just like the center line which has a one short dash in the middle. However, the phantom line has one long line followed by 2 short lines and one long line again. So this is what we call the phantom line. So it used to show alternate positions of a moving part. So for example, is for this. If your object indicates that it can be moved to the other part or the other side, you can draw a phantom line so that it indicates the movement of the object. To show it clearly, I have here an object. For example, is this one. So this is similar to what we have shown earlier. Now, for example, is this one. If this part is moving, for example, is this one. Now, let us indicate this moving part by a phantom line. So that is the purpose of the phantom line. Next is we also have the short break line. So thick wavy line that is used to break the edge of a surface of a part for clarity on a hidden surface. So for example, is this one. This is the short break line. Next is we also have the long break line. The long thin lines is used to show that the middle section of an object has been removed so it can be drawn on a smaller piece of paper. So for example, is this one. This is the long break line. So in comparison, this is a short break line. This is a long break line. We also have the section or the crosshatch lines. The section lines or crosshatch are used to show that the feature is sectioned. May represent different types of materials. For example, is in your house. When you create a floor plan, usually the toilet and bath has a hatch section there because it indicates that the tiles that will be used in that particular floor is different from the tiles that is used from the living room, bedroom, and etc. So that is the indication of the section or the crosshatch lines. Now we also have the guidelines. Guidelines are used in hand lettering to keep lettering straight, very light lines, and drawn in pencil only. So for example, is this one. Now it has different parts. We have the cap line, we have the waistline, the baseline, and the drop line. Take note that in technical drafting, this is really particular. If you draw a certain object, if you draw if you write your name or a title of your drawing plate, you need to follow the proper guidelines when it comes to lettering. So example is when you are writing, for example is here, Navy training. If you are writing in a capital letter, make sure that you start in the cap line and ends in the baseline, right? But if you are writing small letters, make sure that you are in the waistline and ends in the baseline. Now, the drop line is only used by small letters G, Y, P, Q, and those with the tail, right? So this is how you draw a certain you write using the proper guidelines. So that would be all for our lesson about alphabet of lines. Please subscribe to my channel GV Envisions for more videos about technical drafting and also tutorials about AutoCAD, SketchUp, and many more. So thank you for watching. God bless, and to God be the glory.